Good morning, YouTube. I'm here with the Dixie Narco 168M. We got the new refrigeration unit mailed from California. This is the old unit. I'm putting it side by side. Take a look at it here. I'm going to go ahead and unbox it, and we'll take a look at the unit. All right, first look here. We've got a couple boxes in there. Not sure what that is, but please read. I will definitely read that first. There's the evaporator coil on top. There's nothing in there. That's empty. So I'll go ahead and get this pulled out. It is a refurbished unit. You can definitely tell it's been used. They probably just had someone fill it with some coolant and send it on its way. But we'll keep unpacking and then we'll show more when we get there. Okay, I just wanted to show this. If you guys want to read what this says, just push pause. But it kind of makes sense. They ship those units. UPS has a tendency to turn the boxes on their side, upside down, etc. This allows refrigerant up inside the compressor unit due to this fact and the damage it can cause. There it goes. So read that. Alright, we got the new unit and the old unit side by side. They look very similar. A little bit different though. I can notice the coils going through the bottom radiator are facing out that way, and here they're facing up. I noticed that the insulation on the tube where the coolant goes through on this one does not have the wrap, so I'm going to find some more wrap because this is not in the best of shape, and I'll wrap that up. The serial number is not on this plate. It has been removed. You can tell they drilled it out in the old plate on the old unit. There's this plastic on this old unit that I may use as well. Come over here, cover it up because that is probably on there for a reason. I noticed I can't remember what this thing is called, but it's a little bit different than the one on here. Let's read the numbers on this compressor, which has been spray painted over. Made in Brazil, I can read that. Looks like let's start over. AE 635AR7 A2. But yep, pretty excited. Definitely refurbished. I knew it was when I bought it, but it looks like it was filled with R134. On the back here it states that, and it was done 11/13 of 2017. So hopefully we'll have a cold unit here come shortly. I'm gonna read through all of the paperwork and we'll go from there. Okay, so this is the new unit running. It says to leave the refrigeration unit upright for 2 to 4 hours before running. Also a good idea to plug and run the compressor before installing and let it run for about 10 minutes. Make sure the fan is spinning and that the evaporator gets cold before installation. So I've had plugged in about a minute and a half. Running pretty quiet. I'll run the old one here in just a moment to let you hear it. But you can see the coolant on this right here is starting to ice over, so we are getting cold. You can feel the rest of it. Yep, nice and cold. Okay, so I'm gonna let that run for maybe another 5 or 6 minutes, and then I will run the old unit just to see if we can hear the comparison of the sound and the compressor itself on this one is very quiet. And the old unit, I don't even think it still kicks on. I know the last couple times I tried it, the compressor wouldn't turn over. So we'll take a look at it here in just a moment. All right, I got the old unit here. I'm trying to hold everything back with one hand and record. But you can hear this one, the compressor doesn't want to kick on. Let's go ahead and push this in. nothing, and you hear that click off. So we definitely have a bad unit here. So I'm glad I got this new one, and we'll go ahead and get this installed, and I'll put the insulation on the piping on the new unit when it arrives. Alright, so it looks like the unit fits pretty well. I've yet to get all the screws in, but the evaporator there went right nicely, fitting right in this section. I'll get this all snuggled up, and you see the bolt holes line up pretty good here. One right there, it's got some styrofoam in it, and that one there. I got her plugged in right here, and we'll go ahead and put the screws in the down pan, and then we'll give it a shot. Looking forward to checking all of these brass brakes, making sure they all work. I don't think I have enough soda to fill it all today, but we'll try it. We'll see. I also wanted to show around this section here, it looked like plumber's putty, and I just happened to have some. So when I tore the old out, I put this in here, and it'll get the seal between the door and everything else. So just kind of wanted to show that real quick. Alright, got her all back together, and running beautifully. I got my thermometer, or whatever you want to call her, right there at just above 62 degrees. The piece back here is frosting over, so it is getting cold, and I'll let it run for a little bit. I'm going to load some sodas in here, and I'm going to try to fill all 6 slots. This will be the first time that the machine will run through all of it, and hopefully it will. Let's give it a shot.